Hey everybody, it's Jake Goldberg here at PAX Prime in Seattle, day 3. We're here checking out Sony's, this is the Devotion area where they're showing off a lot of the new indie games that are either on the system or coming to the system. And we're here actually looking at one of my personal new favorite games. It was announced like a month ago, Axiom Verge. And I'm here with Tom Happ.
Hi, I'm Tom Happ and I'm the developer.
All right, so Tom, give us like the pitch of your game. Like, tell us more about Axiom Verge.
So Axiom Verge it's an indie game, 2D side-scrolling action-adventure. It's been compared a lot to Metroid and Super Metroid.
Yeah, I definitely get the Super Metroid vibe from it, for sure. But yeah, like, what's the story? Because there's an actual story to this game, which I didn't know much about prior to today.
Right, so the storyline is you play as a scientist who is doing his daily laboratory activities, and there's an accident. And when he wakes up from, being unconscious or dead or whatever, he's in a strange alien world. And the objective of the game is basically to figure out why he's there, what is this place.
So beyond like Super Metroid and Metroid, what were some of the other influences for the game and the art style too?
Yeah, so in terms of combat and controls, Contra was a big influencer. The look of the main character's sprite is also a little bit Contra, a little bit Bionic Commando, a little bit Simon Belmont. There's some Bionic Commando-like sections in there. And
is there a grappling hook?
Yes.
Oh, awesome.
There is.
Yeah, more games need grappling hooks.
Yeah. So you don't get that until later on. I didn't want it to be the grappling hook game.
Right,
so
right. Because that's what it would become for me. I lose my mind over grappling hooks. But there's a lot of weapons and tools. Can you run us through some of them? Like, what are you going to be using a lot in this game?
So yeah, there's about 23 weapons right now. I think I'm going to add a couple more to make it 25 or 30 or something.
Right.
And then there's also a number of upgrades, like maybe 10, 12 tools and items that are basically to help you out with puzzle solving.
Yeah.
And
because there's a drill, and that one I understood right away. And then you get that like glitch gun, and that thing is amazing. That like completely changes like the way you think about the game, or it did for me. Like, I just wanted to scan everything.
Yeah. So I mean, that's kind of the intent with the glitch ray. It's going to have a different effect on every enemy type. So a lot of its appeal is supposed to be that you have it now, and now you could want to try it out on every enemy.
Yeah.
And there's a fair amount of enemies for you to go and figure out what it does. And as a bonus, it's going to help you solve certain puzzles and maybe acquire some items. Along the way. Well,
I was going through actually with the glitch ray. I ended up in this weird alternative universe where it looks like someone had a coax cable that was loose, and there were different enemies and stuff like that. What's that about?
So there's several things in the game that are sort of these meta elements relating to that.
Yeah. And
that was inspired largely by the secret world that was in the original NES Metroid. If you knew how to walk through walls and get there. It's also kind of reminiscent of like cartridge pull tricks, particularly the section you were in. That's kind of like a randomly generated thing that's different for every playthrough. I didn't want to make a full-on roguelike, but
so it's randomly generated, those areas.
Yeah.
So anytime someone gets there, it's going to be...
Exactly. So, certain parts of it will be different every time you play, but not the whole game.
Right.
The main quest is, it's very tightly engineered. Yeah.
That's really cool. So then, how many people are actually working on this game?
It's just me.
Just you?
Yeah.
You did the music, which you did the pixel art, everything is you.
Yeah.
How long have you been working on it?
So I started working on it about 4.5 years ago.
Yeah.
I was just working on it part-time, so it's a hobby. I couldn't devote too much time to it.
Right.
But then around February, I got picked up by Sony's Pub Fund.
Right.
So that's a thing where you can get some advanced royalties once you ship. So that basically mitigated the risk to the point where I started working on it full-time.
Yeah.
And so I'd say like about half of my development is actually has been in like the past 6 months.
Yeah.
Because I can do so much more.
Right. I mean, that kind of transitions nicely to the next question. What's it like to been working with Sony on this game?
Fantastic.
Yeah.
They, you know, the Pub Fund program for them is, I don't know if you want to call it like a hedge fund or hedge bets or whatever, but they fund a lot of different indies. Some of them will hit, some of them will miss, but basically what they get out of it is good public relations.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, totally.
Everyone thinks of Sony as the indie-friendly guys now.
I do, and that's why I bought a PS4. Yeah.
And that's that helps them out a lot. So for me, it's kind of like free. It's like getting a free present falling from the sky. So, you know, I can't complain. They showed me off here at PAX. They showed me off at E3. They do occasional like marketing and you know, videos and articles on the PlayStation blog. So there's nothing I can.
Obviously, I played the game on PS4. Is it going to be coming on Vita or?
Yeah, so
awesome.
It's going to be a simultaneous cross-buy with the Vita. Probably cross-save.
Fantastic.
I'm hoping to do that. I really need to look at the like network requirements of it.
Right.
So
that would be great.
Yeah.
And then my last question is just, is there a release date, any kind of window you have going on?
Early 2015.
Okay.
I'm personally thinking it'll be February or March, but it is partially up to Sony for them to figure out the best time, see if they want to like do some kind of special sale or whatever, and they'll let me know.
And if people want to learn more about the game, where should they go?
I would go to axiomverge.com. I also have a Twitter account at Axiom Verge, and I'm on there. I tweet stuff every day. I try to, even if it's just about my dog. But that's also where I always post development updates and that sort of thing.
Fantastic. The game looks incredible. Thank you so much, Tom, for taking the time with me. Best of luck with launch. If I don't see you again at PAX East or South, if you're going to that, I don't know.
I don't know yet.
I don't know if anyone's going.
The powers that be,
Right. But so, I mean, this booth though, this whole thing is so cool. Because everyone's like, where's all the indie games? I said, a lot of them are over at Sony's area. It's really, really cool. But thank you for taking the time to talking to us.
Yeah, thank you so much.
And thanks for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more PAX Prime content. Thanks for watching, guys.